Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Parton, and my cultural or national background is a multi generational American woman. My mother and many generations before her were all born and raised in America. But one caveat is that I don't actually know my biological father, therefore, I don't know any of his background. And I know that there are tests out there where I can get that information. I just haven't looked into those yet. But because of that, I feel like I navigated these questions just slightly different. For example, in the second question, it talks about an aspect of our heritage or identity that's subject of a single story. So I internalize that identity component as being an American woman. And I think that one stereotype in that is that women aren't as good of leaders as men, due to factors such as our hormones and how they differ from a man's, our expression of emotion and how that differs from a man's. But as somebody who coaches in collegiate athletics right now, specifically a female sport, but also grew up playing youth, high school, and collegiate level athletics in a female sport, I feel like I've been blessed to meet a lot of very strong male leaders, as well as a lot of very strong female leaders. And from what I've observed, an individual's ability to lead is specific to that individual, with factors, such as their communication style or their ability to handle chaos and conflict and their ability to adapt, regardless of what's thrown in front of them. But those, to me, are examples of strong leadership, and none of those are pigeonholed to someone being either a male or a female. But I feel like that kind of brings me to a quote from the TED Talk that says, "The single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete." And I feel like that's so important because that's not to say that all females are great leaders, but some great leaders are female. And I think just, the stereotype around how a man is so much better of a leader than a woman is not necessarily untrue, but that it's incomplete because it's specific to the individual. And, something that I hope to learn to help not subject my heritage in a single story is partly, the shame that was also talked about in the TED Talk, but also how every person, regardless of these factors like our culture or national background, every person has these layers to them. And so many of those factors are common ground for us, right? Like, the way that a person is brought up, the food that they eat, right? Like, of course, those things are kind of specific based on where we come from geographically, but it's that cliche of not judging a book by its cover, but being able to unpack these layers and work through these layers with another person, because there is likely to be so much common ground that we wouldn't know of by a single look. So thank you all for listening. I look forward to this class with you all.